Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here again with Jeff Grant, SPR contributor, and today we're going to be looking at that college football game between the USC Trojans and the Utah Utes. How you doing this morning, Jeff?
It's nothing better than covering a game that has virtually a pick-'em spread, Dak, so it's basically coming down to picking the winner, and we got a good one here we're going to talk about in the Pac-12 conference.
Sweet, man. And the Trojans, they've actually gone 2-0 straight up and against the spread when playing on the road against Pac-12 teams this season. Now, I wonder, could we actually see them continue with this streak to improve on their perfect road record against the Utes?
Yeah, they've beaten the Utes all 3 times as Pac-12 rivals. Of course, USC has had a lot more talent with Utah not recruiting in the Pac-12 realm, but now that the Utes are starting to get better players, they are much improved. But it is important to point out in last year's meeting that USC held Utah to a season-low 201 yards, and this figures to be a defensive battle.
All right, Jeff, so I also found a pretty interesting stat that shows that the Utah is leading the nation with 33 sacks entering into Week 9 matchup. Now, I'm thinking, can the Utes actually bring the pressure to the Trojans quarterback, Cody Kessler?
This is the biggest factor to handicap when looking at this matchup, without a doubt. And really, when you look at Utah's numbers, a lot of that is benefactor of facing teams that really don't have a balanced offense. That's what USC brings to the table. They are very balanced. One of the main reasons that Kessler has 18 touchdowns and just a single interception is the fact that Steve Sarkisian has relied heavily on a running game to really keep the pressure off him. So that's basically what it comes down to. Will Utah be able to stop the run? They do rank second in the Pac-12 in allowing just 114.2 rushing yards per game. But they haven't faced a lot of opponents, like I said, that have been able to run the football and that have an offensive line like USC.
All right, so what are we looking at? A pick on the Trojans or maybe a total bet?
I'm going to go with the Utes here. This is a very difficult game. I doubt that I'm going to have my money riding on this game. I think it's basically right where the line should be, a pick 'em, because when I look at USC, yes, they held Utah down last year, but Utah has the ability to spread the field, and they do have one of the more talented running backs in the Pac-12. And also USC, even though they have a great defensive front with arguably the #1 player in the next draft in defensive tackle Leonard Williams, the Trojans are still allowing 5.4 yards per carry when playing away from the Los Angeles Coliseum. And really, I think the difference too, Dax, is the fact that Utah has a really good special teams unit. They rank 3rd in kickoff return average, 7th in punt return average. That's not in the Pac-12. That's nationwide. And they also have statistically the best punter in the entire country. So I'm going to take Utah over USC on Saturday.
All right, you heard it here first. Go ahead and take the Utes at a pick-em line. And Jeff, as always, my man, it's a pleasure talking football with you, and I look forward to doing it again tomorrow, man.
Thank you.
No problem. For SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.